welcome to another exciting episode of Spintires. This time we're going to tackle the Volcano map. I've had to do this one a couple times, so I'm pretty familiar with it. I actually finished it, but what ended up happening was that I had a recording issue. I have a new recording device, and I did not have the microphone set properly, so I got through 4.5 hours of gameplay over 2 nights and realized that the sound was all freaking wrong. Talk about frustrating. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our little UAZ, and we're going to go through the entire map, and we're going to unlock all of the unlock points. So let's do that first. But the other thing too is I just want to double check here on the sound. So hang on 1 second here. We're going to change vehicles. Nope, that's map. Shoot, I always do this. Every time I get in here I can't figure it out. Let's fire this guy up and see what it sounds like. Alright, I'm flooring it right now, and I just want to make sure that my volume is well balanced, and then we'll be ready to go. So our sound check tested out, and so many of you have requested that I do more Spintires. It's been about 2 years, I think, since this game came out, and really, honestly, I don't know how relevant this game is going to be much longer. Now, I still play it, I don't want to say all the time, but it's such a great game, and I'm sure the price, hopefully, you'd think they would have dropped the price by now, but I did hear there's a couple rumors floating around. First of all, the first thing I want to talk about is kind of funny. The head developer, this game was really made by one guy. I think his name is Pavlov, but I could be completely wrong about that. But it's something that starts with a P, and it's Russian. This dude, hang on 1 second. This guy, I guess at the beginning of this year, he had kind of a falling out with the distributor OOVEE in what I only could classify as a Nedry moment from Jurassic Park. Whereas, you know, Dennis Nedry in Jurassic Park he wants more money, and the owner of Jurassic Park is telling him pretty much go blow. You know, no, you agreed. This is what you agreed to, and this is what I'm holding you to. You said you'd do it for this much, and now you want more, and I've already paid you a ton of money, and this is where you got. So it sounds like he got into a little bit of a scuff with OOVEE over the same kind of thing. Basically, they're like, this is the agreement we had, and he was like, well, I want more money. So what he did was he went online and told everybody that OOVEE was going out of business, that the game was going out, and that there would be no more development and all this stuff. And while he controls that, he is held to contract. So I think OOVEE basically told him, well, no, you can't do that. You signed the contract to work with us for this amount of time, and we're pretty much holding you to that contract, so you are going to program some more. So shortly after all of that happened, in early spring of this year, we got a new map called The Flood, and we also got a new truck. Well, it's an old truck, but a new paint scheme on one of the trucks, and a bunch of new add-ons. We have new things that you can put on some of the trucks. As you saw there from our little intro sequence there where I was testing the truck with the logs, that huge Maz, before all it had was a towing attachment and a utility attachment. So you couldn't do logs with it, but now they've made it so that you can log with that truck, which is really cool, and actually that's going to help us here because this is a fairly difficult map, and it's a fairly in-depth map as far as, like, I don't know, fuel economy and stuff. This is a tough map to beat, and it's got really tough terrain, so that truck is going to help us, though, in the long run to be successful. So those are some of the things that they've done since all of that happened, but since then, which is early spring, they haven't done any more updates. So when I did the flood video, I don't think I talked about that at all, but I want to talk about it now. One of the things that they did do that has made me pretty irritated with the game a little bit, or a lot, as you can see here, there's now branches flying all over the place. Now, I'm not saying that this doesn't happen in reality, but up ahead here, see all these branches? But the problem is, because of the physics of the game, there's some oddities in the way the trees respond to your vehicle So instead of the branches just getting like shoved out of the way, they stick into the ground and then stick into your vehicle, and then you get into these situations where, like this, where you can't move. Like I'm totally stuck right now. The branch doesn't move, my truck doesn't move, and I'm just sinking into the ground because of a branch. I got this stupid branch stuck underneath my truck, and it sticks me to the ground. And I really hate that they added these everywhere on every single map, all over the place. They've added these stupid dang branches everywhere. And to me, that's a big detriment to the gameplay. But what are you going to do? You know, so the guy did that and then left. And so I don't know. You know, there's rumors going around that there's going to be a Spintires 2. Obviously, there's a lot of people that are angry that bought this game with, you know, they promised us that they would do all these different things that they never did, including, and to me, the biggest thing that's going to kill this game is the fact that they never enabled mods. Because, like, look at the farming sim. Yeah, the farming sim has limited you know, playability, except for the fact that there's just bazillions of mod maps. There's bazillions of new tractors. I mean, there's just a huge community that's programming mods, and there was a pretty decent sized community programming mods for Spintires, but you can only use them if you're in demo mode. So it just kind of, you know, it leaves a bad taste in people's mouth. And so, I don't know. Like I said, I think... see, got stuck on these stupid branches everywhere. Like I said, I think that they are talking about releasing a Spintires 2, but I don't know. They might have burned too many bridges at this point to have a successful release of another game, because people are probably a little bit ticked off that they didn't deliver on their promises. Now, I, on the other hand, spent what? I think this game was $30. And I have spent hours and hours, I think like 200 plus hours on this game, just having fun, driving the trucks, playing it with my kids, playing, you know, multiplayer online. I really enjoy this game. It is a fun game to play. So to me, it's worth the price of admission. And I feel like I've gotten my money's worth out of it, obviously, with the, you know, amount of time I've spent playing with it. For a $30 game to put 200 hours into it, that's great. That's a good deal. So... I would personally buy a second copy or a second edition of Spintires if they come out with a Spintires 2. I can get over the fact that the mods didn't happen, but I think there's a lot of people out there that just feel burned. When I go on the forums and stuff, people are just, you know, pretty much angry at the developer for how things turned out. Here comes Mater. What? Your butt's like Ruru's? He's at that age where I don't understand everything that he's saying. And sometimes I have to ask my other kids, what did he say? And they're like, oh, he said this.
Dad, does my hair look good?
What'd you say, P?
Does my hair look good?
Your hair looks beautiful, but you better brush it real good and make sure Mommy's happy.
I know.
We are going to be leaving here in about an hour to go to my oldest son's girlfriend is having a band concert. This is her senior year of high school. And we're going to go see the concert and then go out to dinner afterwards with her family. So it'll be fun. Oops, I just got stuck. So I apologize now. There's going to be some commotion going on for the first portion of this video. So far the sound recorder seems like it's working well. I ended up going... Oh, it's long. That's a long story. But we have time. Yeah, so it's a tree. I'm stuck on one of those stupid trees again. This has happened the whole time we're playing this game now. You're always going to be constantly getting stuck on stupid trees. So I've been using, over the last 5 years, 6 years, the entire time I've been doing YouTube recordings, I've been using my friend, actually it was my wife's best friend. I've been using, she had a sound recording device, which is called a Mobile Pre, made by a company, forgot to turn that off, a company called M Audio. And it's been a great product. It's just worked nonstop. I've never had an issue with it. It works with all my games. It works with recording. And it's just perfect. It's a little USB recording device that allows you to connect a pro-level microphone and a guitar into your computer. And so I've been very happy with it. But she called the other day and said, my daughter's, starting to get into music. Her daughter's like 17 or 18 years old. And she's a pretty good guitar player and has a very beautiful voice. And so, she wants to be able to record her. So she's like, I'd really like to have that device back. I'm like, oh, rats. she's like, I'd give it to you, but it's just they're so expensive, you know, because they run about $100. So I was like, yeah, no, it's yours, definitely, it's yours, and no problem. So that day I knew I had to do something fast. So this was 2 days ago. So I went out and bought a new device from Guitar Center. I bought a PreSonus, and yeah, I've had PreSonus products before. I used to have a music studio that I ran, and a lot of my microphones are holdovers from that music studio. And one of the things that I owned was a PreSonus 8-channel 8-track recorder that was Firewire, and it was I turned them off. What the heck? It was a great product, and it worked really well, and I had it for 3 or 4 years. But I did have a couple issues quality-wise with it, where it would like one time I plugged it in wrong, and the port just stopped working, and I had to send it to PreSonus. I had to ship it there, and it cost like $30 to have it fixed. And so anyway, long story short, I bought a PreSonus 2-channel, kind of the same thing that I had before, but from that other company, and it was the same, about $100, not too bad. I get it home, and after hours and hours of trying to get the thing to work, it finally starts working. Like, I just had all kinds of problems getting it working. And then it only worked for like 2 or 3 hours, and that's when I made the finished recording of this volcano map, and finished the map. And the whole time I was recording, I didn't realize it was actually, the levels weren't correct, and my voice was like... So I got done, and I was like, oh, crap, and I had to redo the whole thing. That was super aggravating. So anyway, and then the next morning I went back to record some more, and lo and behold, the card's not working again. And after 3.5 hours of trying to get the thing to work, I finally gave up and returned it to Guitar Center. And I said, give me the M Audio product, because that's what I've been using for the last 5 years. I want one that's, obviously they have a different one now because it's been 5 years, but I'm like, I want whatever their latest and greatest is, that's what I want. And so I got the M Audio, and it's working great. And I love this one because it actually has I just peeked the mic. It actually has a meter on it that shows me like how loud the microphone is recording. It's several stages. It's not just a clip meter, but it actually shows like when you're talking and stuff, it lights up, so I can see loud, loudest, or loud, louder, and loudest. And it also has a bunch of new mixing knobs on the front that the old one didn't have, like the original one that I was using. So it's nice because I've gotten a whole bunch of upgrades, and really the price for $100, it's not bad, So anyway, but this one I had problems installing. I guess where I'm going with this is there's even more story. I got the unit, and on the unit it says Mobile Audio M-Track. So it's an M-Track, right? So I go to the website, and my first clue, which this should have clued me off right away, is that when I use the install, or when I use I tried to register the serial number, and it kept saying that it's not a valid serial number for that product. And I'm like, so I'm getting frustrated, and I'm trying to register this thing, and it won't register, and like, dang it. So I just skipped it, and I went right to the drivers. Well, I downloaded the drivers for what said the M-Track, the M Audio M-Track, and I'm like, yeah, those are the drivers, M Audio M-Track, Windows 8, and I installed it, and it wouldn't work. Oh, you got a cut?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And so I thought, well, okay, I'm trying to record here, bud. All right, get a long sleeve shirt on so you're nice and dressed, and get some socks on. Okay. It's not a long sleeve shirt, but whatever. Great. See, here's these stupid branches everywhere. So anyway, after having problems with the PreSonus, now I'm having problems with the M Audio, and I'm thinking, well, maybe it's my software. I'm like, what the heck? So I decided, well, Windows 10 is free right now, and I'm not, maybe I should just suck it up and upgrade to Windows 10. So I did the upgrade. It didn't take too long. It took about an hour and a half. Did the full upgrade. Plugged the M Audio in. The Windows audio was working, but I was still having issues with the driver. So I installed it, and no luck. Not working. And I'm like, what the heck is going on with this thing? So it's not Windows, and it's not and so I go online, and I'm doing some research, trying to figure out what's happening, and somebody says online, oh, by the way, if you bought one of these M Audio M-Tracks, the new one, make sure that you're downloading the right driver. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? He says, I bought an M-Track, or what I thought was an M-Track, and it actually was an M-Track 2, like version 2. But the box is mislabeled. It doesn't say anything about the version 2. So I looked at my box, nothing about version 2, or Mark 2. They actually have a 2 in the name. It's called M-Track II. So like M-Track 2. He's like, but in his description he said, in quotes, quote unquote, the silver one. And I'm like, what is the silver one? That's really bizarre. So I'm checking out the silver one online, looking at pictures of what the M-Track looks like, which wasn't anything like mine. It was black and just totally different looking, almost like a mixing board. And then the M-Track 2, which was a picture of what I bought. I was like, oh, you have got to be kidding me. So hours and hours of work and having to download Windows 10 and install it and all this other crap, and it could have just been avoided by looking at the picture. But they didn't put it anywhere on their box. They didn't put it anywhere on the description. It's nowhere on the unit. It just says M-Track. Everywhere that you look, the box, the unit, it says M-Track. There's nothing anywhere on the unit or on the box that says M-Track 2. So I would have had no idea if I just hadn't happened to stumble across that post that I was downloading the wrong driver. And sure enough, as soon as I installed the right driver, boom, the whole thing came up and worked. What an adventure. So I spent, I think, a total of maybe 7 hours. I had no idea that changing sound cards was going to be such a huge ordeal. I thought, sure, I'll just go out and grab one, and sure, it turned into 2 trips to Guitar Center. Frustration, anger, rage, hours and hours of troubleshooting, and but now, thankfully, everything is working, at least, so. All right, hold on. Sorry about that. Seth is making a bunch of noise in the background. I really have gotten to the point where I'm realizing I just need to move my studio back upstairs. I love having it down here in the living room, but I'm always getting interrupted down here, and it doesn't work out well. Or maybe down the basement or something, I don't know. I gotta figure out something. I don't want to go down there because it's a mess and it's cold and lonely. But at the same time, when you're trying to make a video, cold and lonely is not necessarily a bad thing. So we're gonna run up here to the top of the hill and grab some fuel and then move on. I'm gonna see about unlocking that next grid point. As you can see, I've pretty much done this map recently, so I'm not needing to look at the map much. Maybe that's good for you guys because it'll go faster. Hopefully will get it done in quote-unquote record time. I know how I'm going to set up, and I know exactly what I need to do to get this map going. However, some of it does take a lot of driving back and forth, so. What? I don't know what you're talking about, but that all sounds sad. Oh, that's too bad. Well, I'm sure they'll help you get him on eventually, buddy. Alright, so
You have 5 trucks.
I'm driving my little Jeep up the hill.
Is it going to get darker?
Is it going to get dark?
Dark.
Oh, is it going to get stuck?
Yeah.
You bet your sweet bippy.
I'm going to get duck driving.
I'm duck right now.
I'm not duck driving.
I'm not duck. I'm duck right now. This is really steep, though, so I should get duck on the steep hill. Alright, so we're going to take this. And, oops, I forgot to open my computer case. I should probably do that. Hold on.
So, Daddy, what are you going
There
to
we
do?
go. Gotta keep that nice and, whoops, I always do that. Nice and cool. I don't want that computer getting warm. That's another story. So I put my new video card in, and my computer was getting really, really hot. Like, I was like, well, I guess, it's a 500 watt power supply, or 525 watt power supply, and the minimum requirement was 500. And I'm like, oh, no. No. Crap. Okay. What do we need to do? I'm gonna...
Oh, do I do another one? 1, 2, 2, 4, up.
Okay, there we go. Okay, whew. All right. Oh, hang on there, Mater. You're moving everything, buddy. Don't do that. Here, sit up on the couch.
Why?
Because you're moving the carpet. So the thing is getting super hot, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like not a good thing, Like, I know computers get hot, but I didn't think, I mean, it was like, it's starting to smell hot. And I'm like, that's just not right. So I started looking around online, and I'm like, well, can a power supply overheat if, be careful.
Be careful.
No, that's not going to work. Crap. If I've gotten into a very bad spot here because I can't. We'll continue our story in a moment.
Why do you go up a hill?
Ooh, I can pull on that one. That's good. Okay. So we can get that without pulling the Jeep sideways or upside down. There we go. So we're up and over the top. Now we have a very, very dangerous descent coming up here. I got to get down, and we'll mark the next cloak point on the map. It's to my right. I kind of know where it is. This is going to be really fun to do in the dark. Okay, turn the diff locks off. I think we can make it down this path right here. So anyway, I was poking around online and seeing if that maybe over. Oh no. Okay. Oh okay, good. We're in danger of flipping. I can back out this way. There we go. Okay. And they were like, well, one guy was like, yeah, my fan wasn't even coming on, and I'm like, So I looked in the power supply, and sure enough, it had a fan. And guess what? The fan was jammed. One of the blades had melted down or fallen down, and the fan was no longer turning. And so, because I kept feeling in the case, like feeling the video card, and it was warm, but it wasn't hot. It was maybe like, like touching a battery after you've used it. It was like just slightly warm, and I'm like, that can't be, making that much heat. And then I touched the processor, like the heat sink on the processor, and it was warmer, but still not like anything to write home about. And then my hand bumped the power supply, and it was scalding hot. And I was like, and that's when it kind of led me to believe it. So, what's the matter, Mater?
I saw that.
You want me to go in the water? Your favorite?
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna have to go in the water a little bit. And so anyway.
No, I'll in the water.
You don't want me to go in the water?
I'll in the water.
You're in the water?
You don't go in the water.
I'm gonna go in the water. Yes.
Deep in the water.
Oh, all the way in the deep water?
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't want to break my car.
You won't, Daddy.
It will.
But you only
stuck
to
again.
break your car, Daddy.
You need me to break my car, Mater?
Yeah.
Why?
'Cause I like it.
Oh, come on, turn that winch off. All right, there we go. Ooh, oh, not all at once there, friends. All right, so I happen to have an extra 550 watt power supply down the basement. So I took the old one out and put that one in, and now my computer is running pretty dang cool. However, it still does get warm when I play Spintires and when I play Grand Theft Auto. And I don't want it to get warm at all. I want it to be nice and cool as a cucumber. Oh, dang it. I think I just did myself in. Okay, hang on. We'll turn that off. So I found sometimes the diff lock actually makes the truck get stuck worse than having the diffs off.
Why can't you go?
I'm stuck in the mud, and this is mucky mud. Crap, we were so close. I might have to unlock. There we go. Now we're breaking loose. I might have to unlock that point with another car, because here's the problem. This car is too small to get across that river, and it'll drown on its way across. I've done that before, so we might have to unlock that last cloaking point very last. Yeah, I'm just not getting any traction here. Well, hopefully I can winch to something. So the moral of the story is make sure your power supply fan is turning if you're getting overheating problems. Like I was. All right. I don't see. It's hard to see up above. Nope, nothing. Crud buckets. I don't want to have to take that other truck up here, but I think I'm stuck pretty good. Nope. Come on.
No, you're not, Daddy.
No, I'm totally stuck, mate.
I don't fall over and fit down in the water.
See if we can rock it out. Sometimes if you can get some momentum going here. My boots is wet. Ah, come on, shift into gear. Making a little headway that way.
Why can't it go there?
All right, we broke loose. There we go. Okay, so I just can't. I need to get out of this water because this is bad. This is a bad situation.
And you broke your truck. Big truck, Daddy.
It's not broken, but it's stuck in the. We're stuck in this muck. It's kind of like this. Probably kind of silty down here, and it's not a good combination for my truck. See that? It's weird. Sometimes I can get better traction out of. If my diff's unlocked, it's like the diff locks just kind of dig you in. I need to get somewhere where I can winch.
Daddy, why can't you move?
I'm moving a little bit, not a lot, but I'm making some progress.
Why can't you move?
Do what?
Move.
Well, let's see. Nope, nothing yet. So I think I might have to still go along the river front here. Let's see if we can get turned around here. Come on, little beep beep. There we go. Now he's working.
How can you go up?
I don't know if we can go up. The problem is, once again, I'm having a hard time going as it is, and then if I try to add up angle to where I'm going, we're almost to the road, though. Boy, this is a hard fail. Yeah, we're going to probably take a little bit of water damage before I get out. But see, that's the road right there, mate. See that big road? If I can just get over there, I don't know if I'm going to make it, though. We're getting pretty tied up here. Just rocking the wheel back and forth. What do you think, John? You like this? You like Spintires? You like being in the water?
Yeah.
As you guys know, those of you who have been around my channel long enough, John's always like, take it in the water. Well, see, I clicked the diff lock on, and that was it. It did me in. Oh, come on. Come on, little UAZ. Almost there. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Nope. Yeah, it just digs you in. One of the reasons why I take that repair trunk off the top is for this. It actually makes the truck a lot more top heavy, so then you have issues that way. Oh, this is all muck. At least I've put myself in a position where I'll be easier to rescue if I get stuck again. There we go. Okay, we're out. Ooh, that was... I can't believe I made myself or was able to get myself out of that. So we'll come back to that cloak last. In the meanwhile, we'll go hit these.
You could nail right by water.
What's up, bud?
And nail right by water.
What?
And nail right by water.
I'm right by the water? Do you like that? Do you like the fact that I was right by the water?
Neither, did you lose all your socks? Why can't I find any yet?
What do you do have that?
Because they're all matching. I found like one of each pair.
Okay.
Found a bunch of unmatched socks.
They don't even match.
Mator, the great order. Are you great, mate?
I can try.
He is so freaking cute. You guys have no idea. That kid. Oh. I'm thinking of popping a video up here of them. We went to a little orchard, and I took maybe like a little 5-minute clip of each, of all of them together, like just 5 minutes between all of them. And it's gonna come out real cute when I'm done with it. But all right, so there's sand. Yeah, that's cool. One of the things they did do is they kind of upgraded the sand, so or the sand effects. The sand really does sink you in, and you got to really be careful because it'll suck you right in, and then you'll get stuck. That's what I was getting stuck in before, was that like silty, sandy stuff along the shoreline. Even the big trucks get stuck. So yeah, so we got Volcano and we got the river, and I think when we get to the river map, we're gonna do a little shenanigans. In that I'm gonna try to do a lot of the logging or all the logging with the Zill. So We'll call it the Zill Challenge. It'll be the last map that we really have to cover. Sadly, we'll be done with the series at that point, but we may come back. We'll see. Maybe we'll try some different skin mods and stuff like that. I think I've done that before, but we're going to unlock those 2 trucks and maybe get a repair on the way back out. But first I'm going to unlock this point. Whoa, sorry about that. I was like... Something happened in my stomach. I'm not sure what. Alright, you can get out of low gear. Uh-oh. My phone is ringing. Hold on. It's just my my kid's friend trying to FaceTime them. I hate the fact that it goes through my phone. What's up, Mater?
This is broken.
It's broken?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's missing a battery and it's broken.
Oh, you can't about your body.
It is broken.
Can go.
Maybe. I don't think I have any batteries that size. I actually have to stop and get batteries tonight because I think my keyboard batteries are getting low. It keeps turning itself off. Oh, that's right. I don't have the... I'm in high gear. Put it in low, pop that diff lock on, and up we go. The ascension to the top of the mountain. Bling! Alright, 2 more cloaks. Boop. Boop. Yeah, so the UAZ is still the superb uncloaker because it's so small. Small. It's small. It's Russian conquest time. It's time for the UAZ to conquest the jungle. It is a beautiful thing. Wait, didn't I stop and get fuel? I thought I fueled up. What the frick? How did I lose half my fuel? It is the UAZ. It's a beautiful UAZ. Don't let it sleep away. Anyway. I love the UAZ. We're friends. It's basically like a Jeep, but with crappy mileage. Not that the Jeeps ever got good mileage. Alright, where is the place that we were at? I need to get... 14 repair. Is it worth it? Nah. We'll just move on to the next flag. Flag de resistance. Do. Come on, get up, little doggy. Get a dong, little doggy. We're rocking the UAZ. Oh. Can you tell I'm out of stories? Oh, where do we go? This is one thing you can't do with the big trucks for sure. It's getting through these little tight spots to unlock the cloakenados. Ta-da! Alright, we got one more objective here. And that is right... boop. Here. There we go. And then we will be moving on to our layout. It's over to the right. We're going to make our way back down to the main... Well, I guess there really isn't a main road here. Hold on. Alrighty then. Sorry, my friend called. I had to answer that. So now I have no idea where I was, aside from I need to be making a right turn, and instead I'm going left. What you got there, Goose? What is that? Can you just tell me what it is? What is it?
It's a stink bug.
It's a stink bug.
I like it.
You like them? Is it a stink bug or a leaf bug? I think you guys call those leaf bugs stink bugs, and I don't think they're stink bugs. I think they're leaf bugs.
It's tan.
Okay.
So leaf bugs are...
Oh, leaf bugs are green?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it is a stink bug. Why are you keeping it in it? Make sure you... Well, I don't know if you can do that, Goose, because he'll run out of air eventually. Make sure you open that every day so he gets air.
Actually, there's actually holes in it.
Oh, there's holes in it?
Yeah.
How's there holes in that? I don't think there's supposed to be holes in that. It's a Tupperware container. You're right. Alright, so here's the last checkpoint that we're going to be doing with the OOVEEs. If I can get there. Of course, I can crash into that tree and not make any forward progress. Oh, right. I'm going to get stuck right here. As always, it's that last, like, inch and a half and you get stuck, right? I'm stuck. Let's try diffs. Stiffen them things up a little bit. Look at this. What the frick? There's a nice transition in the terrain right there. Boop. Oh, it's interesting. I've never seen that before. Like, there's a transition that goes all the way along there. Alright. Here by the shores of Gichigumi. Here by the shore of Big Sea Water. Alright, so we're... Where does that go? Yee. Oh, over there. Okay, I guess you could take that across. Yikes. Okay, so we have finished up the map unlock. So we're going to probably have an episode break right here. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we will unlock the last one last. See you in a couple minutes here.